Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Aspire Sports Show. I'm your host, Tyler. Along with my co-host here, we got Ryan with me today. And Kyle, you're not on, right? Okay, so we're happy to be back. It's football season, Thursday night football. We got a good game tonight, although it should be Tampa Bay by 100. But it's football, okay? It's football. We get to watch the Dallas Cowboys lose. I hope a lot of people like to see that happen. So we are here to answer any questions that you may have. So ask them down in the chat. And if you could, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and let's get to it. So we got some questions in the chat right quick. So we have, should I start Tyson? This is from Josh. What's up, Josh? Should I start Tyson Williams or Darrell Henderson or James Robinson? For me, if I had to pick one, just James Robinson. Who would you go, Ryan?
I agree with you. I'll trust you on that one. Yeah, I know James Robinson's your boy ever since last year. So,
yeah, and I do like Tyson Williams a lot this week, but I would start James Robinson to see how this works out. Should I start Hunter Henry or Blake Jarwin? Ooh, I probably. Well, you were talking about this earlier, Ryan. Why don't you go ahead and say what you were saying earlier?
Yeah, one of the guys that I follow is a little plug for him, Better Analysis. He just kind of looks at matchups and different stuff like that. And his favorite one of this week is the over for the tight ends yardage and sprinkle some money on anytime touchdown scores for Jarwin and I'm drawing a blank. Dalton Schultz,
yeah.
Yeah. Sprinkle some money on them anytime because they're pretty juiced, like plus 450, plus 500 area. So anytime touchdown score for them, and then their yardage is like 20 yards or something. But their matchup is pretty good this week against Tampa Bay's defense.
Yeah. So both these guys, I mean, if I had to pick one, I'd probably roll with Blake Jarwin tonight. I don't really like either one of them, though. I understand. I'm pretty sure, J4, you're in a deep league, though. I think you said like a 16-team league, though. So I would go Blake Jarwin. What's up, Uzi? How you doing? And MP? Yes, sir. What's going on, everybody? What's up, J4? Cowboys fan here. Uh-oh. Cowboys. The Cowboys stand a chance tonight, J4? Let us know. I asked you a couple times, but sorry, but you told me to ask you in case you update your rankings. Pick 2, we got Lockett, Amari Cooper, Julio, AB. Yes, so currently my rankings are Julio Jones and Lockett, or who I would go out of those guys. Who would you go, Ryan?
I'll leave that one up to you. I was in the chat earlier. I know that you have your rankings out and everything like that. I know you're big on Julio this week, right? Yeah.
Julio and Lockett. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. I'm being offered Jamar Chase and Tyson Williams for Javonte Williams and Robert Woods. What should I do? So I would want the side that gets Robert Woods personally.
Yeah, I think that's his. I like that side more too. Javonte Williams and Robert Woods.
Yeah. Listen, Jamar Chase said some stuff today that has me worried for Jamar Chase. Okay. Jamar Chase said that the reason why he's struggling to catch the ball is because the ball is different than what it was in college, like the stripes or something. Like, dude, you're just dropping the ball. Like, don't try to make up these stupid excuses. Like, I saw somebody tweet out that they're more concerned about Jamar Chase's answer now than they were before, like the reason for him not catching the ball. And I totally agree with that 100%. Like, I'm concerned with that answer. That's not a winner answer. That's a loser answer. Yeah. So let's see, missed the pregame shows. Heck yeah, baby. We're happy to be back. I'm being okay. So I have the pick 1 flex amongst the remaining wide receivers, but also consider Mostert, Saquon. So currently this can change too. I would definitely go Mostert or Saquon. I would go one of those two guys at the flex, but it just depends on what we hear for Saquon before the game. So make sure you check back on Sunday. But I would definitely go one of those two guys over the remaining.
Plug to our Sunday live show. A plug to our Sunday live show.
That is a plug to our Sunday live show. We'll be back Sunday. Missed the pregame shows. We missed UMP. Pick 1, flex standard. We got Tyson Williams, Mike Davis, Robbie Anderson. So I don't got to see the rest. This one, I'm going Tyson. I have big faith in Tyson this upcoming weekend, and it's going to be a good it's going to be a good preview of what we could see this upcoming season. If he plays well, I do think that Tyson Williams will be this team's starting back for the season. If he struggles a little bit, though, he's going to open up the door for Le'Veon Bell. And especially in a standard scoring league where Baltimore should score a good amount against the Raiders. Got to give my predictions. Go ahead, MP. Let's hear him. Anything change on DJ Chark's outlook for the season? Also, the situation where Chark would start over Odell. Who would you go, Brian? Chark or Odell?
I like Odell like this week and season long.
I agree. I would go Odell. For season, I just like Marvin Jones as the number one in this offense. That's not to say that DJ Chark can't be relevant, and he certainly can be. But personally, I would just go. I like Odell a lot for this week. Start Hurts or Rodgers. Also pick me up Jonnu or Ertz for tight end 2. I believe I have. I'm pretty sure I have Aaron Rodgers ranked higher than Jalen Hurts, but it is close. I do like Jalen Hurts a lot this upcoming week. Who do you like, Ryan?
I would agree with that. I mean, Rodgers against the Saints defense. Yeah, I like Rodgers a lot this week, but obviously we've talked about it in all your videos that you talk about the quarterback position, the dual threat. You don't necessarily love Jalen Hurts, kind of like Lamar Jackson. You don't love him as a quarterback per se, but the fantasy outlook, his ability to run the ball in Atlanta is not some shining defense in the league. So I like them both, but you got an embarrassment of riches. So I'd roll with Rodgers.
Agreed. I would go with Rodgers. Let's see here. No non-biased answer. We stand a chance, but I think the Bucs will be a little bit too much for us tonight. This is a perfect test for my Cowboys to see where Dak and the team / coaching stands. I agree with that. I think that the Cowboys will make it a game for a while, and then Tampa Bay is just going to be just way too much, especially in the second half. I think that they'll pull away a little bit, and it'll probably be like a 10-point game. I think the line. What is the line? 9? Did you say 9.5?
It was 9. Yeah, it was 9.
Yep. So I do think it's going to be about a 10-point game. I have Chase in my league. I'm worried. Yes. I mean, it does seem like his confidence is a little shook now for sure, especially at the comments he made. Like that's not good. We have Deontay Johnson, Darrell Henderson, Laviska Shenault. Me personally, I'm going out of those guys. I got to double check this. I think it's Deontay Johnson though. Let me, Ryan, who would you go?
Deontay Johnson in a PPR.
Especially in a PPR, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it would be Deontay Johnson for me. I just got to double check where I have these two. Yeah, I would go Deontay Johnson. Next one we have start one. And thank you, everybody, for being a part of the live show. And if you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button for me. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. We have Angel. What's up, Angel? And what's up, Jake? Thank you for the question. So, Angel, we have start one. We have Montgomery, Mostert, or Henderson, full point PPR. Me, I'm going Raheem Mostert. He has a dream matchup against Detroit, where Detroit was giving up the most points to the running backs last year, and you have one of the best running teams in San Francisco. So I like Mostert a lot this upcoming week. Who would you go, Ryan? Agreed. We got David. What's up, David? Appreciate you being part of the show. We have Damian Harris. Did I actually miss out on MP's? I think I did his predictions. Or no, I didn't. No, that's next. Okay. I thought I got a little ahead of myself. So we have David. What's going on, David? We got Damian Harris, Robbie Anderson. This is full point PPR. We got to pick one. Damian Harris, Robbie Anderson, Ronald Jones, or Deebo Samuel. Who would you go, Ryan, out of those guys?
Damian Harris.
Damian Harris. I would go Rojo. I think Rojo is going to have a big game tonight.
You do love Rojo.
I love Rojo tonight. Bet everything over for Rojo. That's my piece of advice for tonight. Bet everything over. We have Amari Cooper, 20 PPR points and 1 TD and over 100 yards from MP. What do you think? I mean, I envision the Cowboys are going to have to pass the ball a decent amount in this game. I think that they're going to get behind a little bit in the beginning, but they're going to keep it like competitive, that they'll always be there until the end of the game. So I could see him possibly having, especially in PPR, he could definitely have over 20 points possibly tonight.
Hi,
I don't think it's
I'm Arthur Motes, and this is At the Whistle.
That's one reason I do like the under for rushing yards for Zeke. I just think game script is going to take the running game out of it. And
what is his
rush,
rushing right now?
I think it was around 58.5, 57.5.
Yeah. And they're without Zach Martin as well.
Yeah.
So
that's
I don't,
huge.
yeah.
We've talked
I don't
about
expect that honestly to be Zeke won't have a good game. Or he won't have a good game rushing. He could definitely have a solid game in the receiving category. Mike Evans,
I could see the
touchdown.
over too. Over receptions for him.
What is it right now?
3.5. It was plus 100 at 3.5. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Who should I pick up? Should I pick up? What is that? Do you understand that question from Josh? Oh, wait. He has. Oh, okay. Maybe this one, the next one. Is this Fournette or JD McKissick? Is that what you mean, Josh? Oh, yeah. Fournette. Okay. He means Leonard Fournette. I would go Fournette over JD McKissick. And then we have Nico. Would you do that or would you go JD?
I didn't hear the question. I was looking at Nico's.
I'll go ahead. Who's Nico's?
It's Cooper Eckler at flex.
Eckler did not practice again today. This is now concerning. This is concerning. I said this in the video yesterday. I said, I think he's likely to play. We have to see what happens. And if he doesn't practice tomorrow, now it becomes concerning. And now it is concerning. The fact that he did not practice is very concerning for the first game of the season. This is why, personally, I wasn't a huge fan coming into the season with Austin Eckler. I won't lie. But anyways, if we have to see if he goes, well, you don't have the luxury of seeing if he goes.
No, he has to make a decision. Yeah. That's brutal. I just roll with Cooper because you got to make the decision tonight.
I would go with Cooper. Even Eckler has a really tough week 1 matchup. It's not like he has a good matchup anyways. I don't like Eckler week 1. So I would personally go Cooper. CeeDee does worse than Cooper tonight. Oh, you think so? I do have CeeDee ranked higher than Cooper tonight. Football, baby. Football is back. Heck yeah. Let's go. We have in a half-point PPR, I have Mike Davis and Antonio Brown for my options. I'm feeling Mike Davis. Do you agree? Me personally, I would go Antonio Brown. Who would you go?
Yeah, I think we talked about. I listened to your stream earlier, and you kind of disagree. But I feel like Antonio Brown is a sleeper this year. Now that he has a year under his belt with this offense, I really think he could put up around the same numbers as Godwin and Evans, and this could be like a 3-headed monster at receiver this year. And I wouldn't even be surprised if he ends up as their wide receiver 2 or 1 might be a stretch for wide receiver 2.
I would definitely. Mike Davis has a really tough week 1 matchup, anyways. I don't really like Mike Davis a whole lot. And I do think that Wayne Gallman is going to be involved in this backfield. So I just look at this dream matchup for AB, and I would go AB. Rojo is Swift. Is this also? No, this is someone else. Hugo. Is this PPR? It depends on if it's PPR. I'd probably go Swift. If it's standard, I'd go Rojo. Afternoon, guys. Thank you for the advice. Michael, how's it going? We got full point PPR. Corey Davis or Brandon Ayuk? Me personally, I would go Brandon Ayuk. How about you, Ryan?
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed. Until we see a little bit of that offense. It's tough to judge that offense until we see it a little bit.
No problem. Thank you, David, for being a part of the live show. We got Josh next. Yes. What was that? Yes. For Fournette. Okay. Yes. Go Fournette. Tyson Williams, Rojo, Landry at flex, full point PPR. Ooh, I do believe I have now in my updated rankings, I do have Tyson Williams ahead of Rojo. So I would go Tyson Williams. Who are you going, Ryan?
No consideration for Landry in a full PPR?
No, because I just think that Tyson Williams is really going to have a really big workload against a really, really favorable matchup here.
That's fair. Personally.
Smash that like button and subscribe. Yes, if you haven't already, smash that like button for me. And let's take a quick word. If you guys haven't already, check out our website down below. It's www.aspiresportshow.com. And you can check out, we have merch over there. We have not a limited time, but a very good offer for BetUS, where if you sign up with them, you get a really good sign-up bonus. And why not play with free money? Who doesn't love playing with free money over at BetUS, and especially their casino? Their casino is really awesome as well, so you should check it out. Also at our website, you'll be able to find all of our articles and everything like that. It's a great place to be. Check it out, www.aspiresportshow.com. And that's you can also find that down in the description. All right, so let's continue on. We got second question from Michael. Or wait, Josh, he said full PPR. Okay, yes. So I would go Fournette, Mike or Josh. Michael, we got second question. Trade I have offered to another team. Trade Mike Davis and Tyson Williams for Darren Waller. Current RBs are JT Carson, Trey Sermon on bench. Tight end Dallas Goedert. What would you do, Ryan? Would you do that? Would you send that trade?
Yeah. I guess it depends on it. All right, I do see the rest of it. So no, probably not. I'd keep the running back depth, honestly. I mean, running back depth, as we ran through a lot of these drafts this year, it got thin quick. And the fact that, I mean, you have basically 3 running backs that you could plug and play, like solid plug and plays throughout the season. I like Waller, but I don't know if I'd give up the running back depth.
I agree. Running backs are a commodity in fantasy football. I wouldn't do it. I love Waller. Listen, I think he could honestly challenge Kittle this upcoming season as being tight end number 1. But like Ryan said, you already have J.K. Dobbins. Eckler's already hurt. You have now Gus Edwards out for season. Travis Etienne, right? Like you had Cam Akers even. Like running backs are just guys that go down. It's a violent position. So personally, I would keep the running back depth. Should I have offered this? So I want to offer that. Thanks a lot, guys. I was thinking the same. Thank you, Nico, for being a part of the live stream. I have a feeling Gallup will have a bigger fantasy game tonight than Cooper and Lamb. Ooh, that's bold. You think so?
I think Gallup's he's getting slept on, but I don't know about that. I don't know. I might not go that crazy that he has a bigger than both of them.
I do like Gallup a lot this season. He was one of my sleepers heading into the season. I don't think a lot of people are thinking of Gallup, and Gallup is going to really be heavily involved in this offense. Yes, PPR, Ryan Evans, appreciate it, guys. We'll be tuning in all season. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of the live show. And also it's contract year. Yes, we do have that bonus with Gallup that it is a contract year. So I do like Michael Gallup a lot. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out tonight because he has. So apparently Michael Gallup's been moving around the formation, and CeeDee last year he was like exclusively in the slot, and now they have him moving on like the outside. So it's going to be interesting to really see how this receiving core, where the guys are going to honestly going to rotate. It's exciting. So I'm definitely excited to see this Dallas offense that has so much potential. Thanks for the advice. Thank you, Crown. Appreciate you, Michael. Full point PPR. We got Henderson, Antonio Brown, or OBJ. My internet is unstable. It said, am I lagging?
A little bit.
Am I good?
You're good now, yeah.
Okay. Hey, so we got Darrell Henderson, AB or OBJ. Full point PPR. Who you going, Ryan?
Honestly, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna go AB. I just think he has a good game tonight. I think he sets the tone for a season. I like it. AB.
All right, let me just double check my rankings real quick. I actually have Odell and AB ranked. I have Odell 25, Antonio Brown 26. So in a full point PPR, though, I would probably go Odell, or I would probably go AB just because Odell is a little bit more explosive. Last year, AB's ADOT was lower, but he saw targets. So I would probably go in a full point PPR. I'd go AB. I have a feeling correction. That tonight's going to be a good night. Hey, appreciate it as I cancel the trade offer right now. Hey, you're welcome. Should I start Ronald Jones? It depends on who your other options are, Mason. Who are your other options? I feel good about Ronald Jones certainly tonight. It just depends on who you're starting over him, though. So let me know who you're starting over him. Real quick, while we're waiting for that, Ryan, why don't you go ahead? What are some bets that you like for tonight?
Yeah, so I've gone over a couple so far.
One,
go ahead.
Real quick. I would definitely go Ronald Jones over Debo. Yes. Michael or Mason. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, so I've gone over a couple so far. Zeke over 3.5 receptions was at plus 100. I'm sure it's came down from that, but that one's solid. I do think I've been able to find it on a couple sports books, not all of them. I think Dak throws his over under for interceptions today was 0.5. So I'm going over 0.5 because I think he throws at least one interception today. That was at like minus 145. I like that one. And then Tom Brady's touchdown passes for the game, they were at 2.5. I think he hit over 2.5 quite a bit last year because the QB numbers for passing touchdowns stay pretty consistent throughout the season. So 2.5, I think, is kind of low, and I think he goes over that again. Some longer ones. I like to do a little first touchdown score, which we'll probably talk about later in the show, but I'll hint at maybe some anytime touchdown scores now. I think Gronk gets in the end zone tonight. Once you look at the target share as far as the end zone goes, last year when he finally started to get going, he led the team in target share in the red zone. So I like him. And then I also like AB, like I mentioned a little bit, season long and tonight, for him to get his season going in the right direction. So I like him in the end zone, and AB to get in the end zones plus 190 and Gronk's plus 250. I also have money sprinkled on both of them for first touchdown scorer, which is AB plus 1,400 and Gronk plus 1,800.
Hey, so there's the betting advice from our betting expert, Ryan Hokie. Let's see who we got next. The Ravens RB situation is crazy at this moment. Should I pick up Le'Veon Bell or Freeman? I would pick up Le'Veon Bell. Is he the starting running back? Who's that? Are you talking about Ronald Jones or are you talking about Le'Veon Bell? Tyson Williams would be the starting running back, and I do envision Ronald Jones being the starting running back for Tampa Bay. Who are you starting in standard league? Godwin, Amari, or Terry? I believe I have Terry ranked the highest.
I love Terry so much this year.
Yeah, I have Terry. I would go Terry. Is that Julio? Yes, Julio. And yes, if you haven't already, smash that like button for me. Really appreciate it. And let's go ahead and talk about the game a little bit more tonight. So, the bet that I do like, I've already said this, but I'm going to continue to say it, is Ronald Jones. He's currently, what was his total? I think it was 53.5, I think, for rushing and receiving. Yeah. And I think he goes over that. I don't even care about the receiving. I don't think he sees any receiving work, but rushing, I do think he's going to go over that tonight. I think let's think about this game. You have Dallas, or you have Tampa Bay, who's currently nearly 10-point favorites in this game. Ronald Jones is currently listed atop of their depth chart. They have a plus matchup in the trenches against Dallas tonight, and you're only giving Ronald Jones 48 rushing yards. I think that's criminal. Absolutely bet the over on that. Would you start Fournette tonight and then put Eckler in the flex because he didn't? Oh gosh, who are your other options, Seth? Do you have any other options? Scary Terry, yes, Scary Terry. Seth, let us know if is there really no other options? That's all you have is just Fournette? Because I'd hate to play Fournette and then Eckler does play this weekend. Let me know. But if that's your only option, what are you doing, Ryan?
Sorry, I was looking at bets. You said Fournette. I mean, yeah, that question entirely depends on what the other options are.
What if that's his best option?
Who was it?
Fournette or Austin Eckler?
I'd maybe roll the dice, leave Eckler in there, and then hopefully you have a revolving door that you talk about on your bottom of your bench where, say, Eckler starts, it looks bad tomorrow, then pick up Justin Jackson.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe do something like that.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Let's see. At RB, I have Bernard and Drake. It's a 12-teamer. Okay, so you got to play one of them tonight if you have Bernard or Fournette and then Drake. What I would do is I would hold off. I would wait for Eckler because what you could do is if Eckler's out, just drop Kenyon Drake and pick up Justin Jackson is what I would do. I'm not a huge fan of Kenyon Drake heading into the season anyways.
Would you even do that at this point? At this point, knowing Eckler is coming into the season with slight issues.
Yeah, do you just pick him up?
Maybe
anyways?
drop him up. Maybe pick him up right now.
I guess that's even if he's available. He might not even be available right now. It's a 12-team league. He's probably not even available. I guess so say that is Justin Jackson available? If he's not available in your league, if he's already been picked up, then I guess I would probably roll the dice tonight with Fournette. But if Justin Jackson is there, then I would pick up Justin Jackson right now and just wait to see what happens with Eckler. Look at the Chargers page. Eckler was seen on the field. Yeah, so he's not available. Okay, I guess he was seen on the field. He was doing individual stuff, though. And really, believe me, like to not practice, to have a do not practice 2 days in a row is not good. Could he come out tomorrow and practice? Certainly. But 2 days in a row to start the season, that's not good. Yeah, and I mean, he doesn't need it, but like still these guys are practicing now. Like AJ Brown didn't practice yesterday, but he practiced today in full. And that's what you like to see. Like your guy at least be added to maybe a limited, but didn't even practice. And I mean, he did post that on his Instagram. No, I mean, I know the situation, but like the fact that he hasn't practiced is not good. Like like I said, if he came into practice today and at least got a limited session, and that would be good. Like yesterday, that's why I said in the video yesterday, like what's his face? AJ Brown didn't practice yesterday. I wasn't concerned about AJ Brown or Austin Eckler. I said wait till tomorrow. And then you have Austin Eckler not practice, yet AJ Brown gets a full practice in. Like Wednesdays are meant for veterans to take a day off. Thursdays are not meant for veterans to take a day off. The fact that he did not practice is very concerning right now. I wouldn't say very concerning, but pretty concerning. That's how I feel about the situation. And tonight you have a plus matchup for Tampa Bay against a team that they're currently nearly 10-point favorites for. If you want to take the risk, hey, go take the risk. It doesn't matter to me. I would personally go Fournette, though. Adam Scheffler also confirmed that Eckler was good. All right, where's Adam Scheffler at? I'm gonna look it up. That's how. Go ahead, Ryan. You can talk about some more betting tonight.
Well, yeah, Ty mentioned it at the beginning of the show. Like this seems like this should be completely Tampa Bay's game. Like returning all 22 of their starters, coming off the Super Bowl. The veterans that came like last season now have a full season under the belt. Like another bet, I got it a couple of days ago. It's since gone up. I altered it to the Bucks by 6.5 just to cover in case the Bucks win by a touchdown, you're covered. But honestly, I also like you could bet it up to if you're thinking what I was going to say. I mean, it's at 9, so I was going to say 9.5, just to, like, or 10.5 to have that covered, or 9.5 to have that covered too. But yeah, the over under is a bit iffy in this one because a lot of time Thursday night games for one are always weird games. Like they're either high scoring or just randomly low scoring. So I'd probably stay away from the over under. I would lean to the Bucks putting up a lot of points, but the reciprocating from the Cowboys, and I don't know. I have a lot more trust that the Bucks will put up a lot of points than the Cowboys. I honestly don't know what to expect with this because I don't think Dak's 100%. I know there's reports about him not being 100%, possibly not even this entire season. Martin being out and people are talking about it. I don't like the Cowboys, so I'm probably 9, which has jumped from 7, 9, sometimes 9.5. I think the Bucks still cover both of those, any of those, but I went safe at 6.5.
Okay, so you're saying. Okay, so you're saying Adam Rank said that. I mean, Adam Rank's a fantasy. He's not. I don't know what he would know. I don't feel like Adam Rank would know more than Adam Scheffler, anybody like that. I mean, hey, you take it at your own risk. That's all I'm saying. The fact that he hasn't practiced today is very concerning. That's all I'm saying. So you do what you want to do. I got somebody here. We have start Aaron Rodgers or Dak. Personally, I would go Aaron Rodgers. He talks to Eckler. Okay, but that's also a player talking. That's not like a trainer. Like it's a lot different when a player and a trainer talk. Like if the trainers don't think he's good enough to play, they're not going to play him, even if Eckler wants to play. Like that's not how it works. I would rather listen to the fantasy doctor than Adam Rank or any player for that matter. Like I'll listen to if you want, go and listen to what the fantasy doctor says. That's all. And then you can decide. So who was it that originally said that? Seth? Yeah, Seth said it.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. So what I would do is, here's a plug for the fantasy doctors. The fantasy doctors are really good because they actually deal with medicine and deal with players of that caliber. So what I would do is go listen to what they said about Austin Eckler not practicing today. They'll give you their thoughts, and then they'll tell you what to do. Me personally, I don't like him, to be honest with you. I don't like the fact that he didn't practice, is all I'm saying. Marvin Jones or Jamar Chase, PPR. Me personally, I would go right now with the situation. I'm going Marvin Jones because you have Jamar Chase saying that he
Can't see
doesn't
footballs.
Yeah, he can't even see a football. I saw somebody today. I think it was it Jake Seeley, or JJ Zachariason. Is that how you say his last name?
Yeah, I think so.
What did he say today? Oh, that he was in he's playing in dark mode. He needs to just flip it over to light mode. You know, like how you have your apps and that stuff, just perfect, because that's what he needs to do. The fact that he admittedly it can't see the football right now is pretty bad.
Yeah.
I have Eckler as well. Seth, start him. Trust me, you won't regret it. Okay, Julio thinks started, so go with Julio. DeAndre Swift, DJ Moore, Deontay Johnson, half PPR. You have to bench one. I would personally go this half point PPR. Boy, for me, it's between DeAndre Swift and Deontay. Let me check my rankings. Who you going, Ryan? Technically, I would say Deontay Johnson, because I do have DeAndre Swift ranked a little bit higher than Deontay Johnson. That's who. So I would bench. I would bench Deontay Johnson. I'd hate to say it though. I do love Deontay Johnson, but it is a tough matchup. Who would you say?
Agreed.
Dak or Matt Ryan? I would go Dak. Mark. Who would you go, Ryan? Dak?
That's a tough one. I feel like you're probably pretty close. Eagles defense isn't like amazing.
Yeah, but they did sign
especially their secondary.
Steve Nelson, dude.
They did sign Steve Nelson. But no, I mean, I do like Dak. The Zach Martin thing, like I keep saying, it's making me nervous. So I might almost lean on the safe side, maybe go Matt Ryan, because I really don't know what to expect with this offense tonight.
Yeah. Oh, I would go. I mean, me personally, I would go Dak. All right, so we got split. Perfect analogy for Chase. Or that was yes, exactly. It's a perfect analogy. I mean, it is pretty funny that he says, like, who says that? Come on, man. No, I don't know if there's ever been a college wide receiver that said that. That's come into the NFL and he's been having troubles with drops and he says, "Oh, the ball's different." That's just goofy.
He could just admit that he took the year off and it's messing with him, but he blames the football instead. Like
that would be the smart thing to do. Robbie Anderson or Cooper Kupp? I have Cooper Kupp ranked higher. Joe, thanks for being a part of the show. Appreciate you. Who would you go, Ryan?
I agree. Yeah, I like that offense this year. Excited to watch it with Stafford slinging it.
Yes, and I talked about this in one of my previous videos. That Cooper Kupp has a plus matchup. Chicago. You think of Chicago's defense? You think that they have a good defense. Their defensive secondary right now is a bunch of improving guys, and he has a really good matchup in the slot this upcoming week. So I love Cooper Kupp. Yes. And one guy that I do love is DeAndre Swift. And I think this is a really tough matchup though for DeAndre Swift. And if it's a standard scoring league, I would be a little hesitant to play DeAndre Swift, but in a PPR, I do like DeAndre Swift. He's solid. So let's see here. Let's look at some more of these bets. So for captain tonight, if there's one guy that you had to pick in your captain spot, Ryan, who would you pick?
So it depends. Like a lot of people have a different mentality. Like some people go value, try taking a guy that might pop off, to get the value to be able to spend elsewhere. So if that's your strategy, I kind of like AB because I haven't looked, but I'm guessing he's a smaller price tag than there's probably two artists, probably three total in a game, probably 3 or 4 wide receivers that you could spend more money on. But low profile, I think AB has a good game, and then spend my money elsewhere out of the captain's spot.
So right now, currently, these are I'm looking at FanDuel right now. So Mike Evans currently is 13,000. Chris Godwin's 12,500. And where is AB's like the lowest wide receiver currently. So I'm going to counter that, and I'm going to say he's going to be absolute chalk because everybody's going to put him in the captain spot, which it's either. So this is how I would do it, especially if you're playing like for Jamar Chase. Nice. So AB will definitely be chalky. So what I would say, the person that I would put in my captain spot, there's two guys. Number one, Ronald Jones, but number two, a guy that people are probably going to shy away from a little bit is going to be Chris Godwin because he was injured. Now he doesn't even carry an injury designation right now. So I think that he would be a pretty solid captain spot because he really should have a really good game too. And the fantasy community, I think, would shy away from him a little bit because they typically do when a player has an injury concern. So I would go him tonight. And let's look at some more questions here. Thanks, man. Thank you, Joe. How do you feel about Melvin and Williams? Melvin and Williams, I think that it's going to be a pretty close split. Like really to start the season, Williams will really separate himself as we get further into the season. But to begin the season, I think that currently I have him like ranked in. Where's Melvin Gordon? Javonte Williams is my running back rankings for this week. Let me double check. I have my wide receiver one up, not my running backs. So currently this week I have Melvin Gordon as my RB. Oh, I don't like him this week. 33. I have Javonte Williams currently at 30. I just don't like the situation. This is kind of a tougher matchup against New York Giants as well. So really, till we get some clarity, I feel like it's going to be a split like last year with Phillip Lindsay, although Melvin Gordon was kind of the guy a little bit more than Phillip Lindsay was. But now with like both of them here, I just don't really like these guys for this week personally. But for season long, I'd rather have Javonte Williams. It's game day, people. Let's go, James. Let's go, baby. Yeah,
I love the next comment. I love
it. Mike Evans or Julio Boner. Personally, actually, do I have Mike Evans? I think I have him one spot ahead. Man, that's tough. I'm going to switch that right now, actually. I do like Mike Evans a lot, but I'm going to go Julio Jones. I absolutely love Julio Jones this upcoming week. He has a terrific matchup against a secondary that is it could possibly be one of the worst secondaries in the NFL, at least to start the season. The cornerback could definitely be. So I would personally go Julio Jones. Who are you going? Mike Evans or Julio?
Yeah, I mean, it's close. One of these wide receivers tonight for the Bucs is going to have a star, like a really good night. I don't know which one's going to be. I keep saying Antonio Brown because that's what I think it's going to be, but very well could be Mike Evans. And to decide between those two people who to pick is kind of wild. I'd like to know your other options, I guess, but out of those two, I'd probably lean Mike Evans.
Mike Evans. Yeah, it's really close. It's flip a coin. I mean, I have him right now ranked 9 and 10. So it's incredibly close. And I don't think that you could go wrong for either one.
And let me know if you want me to flip the coin for you, because I can do that for you if you want, Dimitri.
So does William actually have a chance to make his name with Bell right behind him? Yeah, I think so. Like here's the thing, okay? I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here because I'm going to tell you my thought process behind this. So you have J.K. Dobbins, he gets hurt. So this team then has Gus Edwards, Tyson Williams, and Justice Hill. Yeah, geez, I couldn't think of his last name. Justice Hill. So you have those three guys. They have Le'Veon there. They don't do anything. Then Justice Hill gets hurt. Now they work out then they work out all these guys, and then they bring them in. So for me, it's clearly Gus Edwards, Tyson Williams. I'm not concerned about Le'Veon unless Tyson Williams doesn't look good. But this team has already came out and said that Tyson Williams looks really good. Prior to these injuries, John Harbaugh has already been talking him up. So they like Tyson Williams. They like what he's shown. Last year, he was on the practice squad, but he tore his ACL in 2019. So that's part of the reason why he was on the practice squad. And I get that he's an undrafted free agent, but so is Austin Eckler. So is James Robinson. You have a bunch of guys out there, especially running backs that are undrafted free agents that can have value. And apparently he looks explosive. So I think that Tyson Williams will be just fine. Should I take Keenan Allen, Cooper Kupp, or Robert Woods week 1 and 2 PPR?
Oh,
so 2, you need to start 2. I would go Keenan Allen. I believe I have Keenan Allen. Ooh, that's close. I have Robert Woods. He's definitely the first one. And then I actually have Keenan Allen 16, Cooper Kupp 17. So it's really close between those two. So I would say Keenan Allen, he's technically ranked higher, but I do love Cooper Kupp this upcoming week. How about you, Ryan?
yeah, that's an interesting one. I almost read it as like it's a 2 PPR league, like 2 points per reception.
Oh,
And in
okay.
that case, I've never, I mean, if that's what he's talking about, I've never done something like that. But yeah, I talked about Cooper Kupp earlier. I love Robert Woods in this offense going into the season.
So if you can only start 1, Robert Woods, yeah. And then if you could start 2, who are you going?
I wouldn't want to double. I go Woods and Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen. Dak or Jalen Hurts from Joe. What's up, Joe? I would go Hurts. Is that who you would go?
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Yeah.
Don't do it.
R&D
It's not because I'm an
plays.
Eagles fan.
Yeah, he's a homer. R&D plays. What's up, R&D? Hey, how you going? How you doing? Mike Evans or Julio Jones? Oh man, we just had that one, right?
Yeah, Julio Boner.
We're split. Literally, I have him ranked 9 and 10. I would go Julio Jones personally, but it's extremely close for both of these guys. Who would you go?
Yeah, I was Mike Evans.
You said Mike Evans, right? Good to hear. Snagged him up after I heard Gus news. Good job. Yes, Tyson Williams should be the guy. Now, does he hold the job if he doesn't play well? Absolutely not. I think that it will be like a full-blown committee with even like Devontae Freeman involved in this offense. And really the running back situation would be to completely avoid. But I do think that Tyson Williams has a chance, and he has reportedly looked good. And in preseason, he actually looked good. So I would roll with Tyson Williams. Pick 2, we have AB, OBJ, Mike Davis. So you got to pick 2. I would probably go both the wide receivers personally.
Yeah, it's a PPR. Yeah.
I would go AB, OBJ, Mike Evans. This is another one, right?
Someone's messing.
Someone's got to be messing here. Yes, because his name is Mike Evans or Julio Jones. Somebody's messing around here. Beasley or Terrence Marshall in the flex, who would you go? I would go Beasley, personally.
Would you against that Steelers D? I mean, you know more about.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to play in the slot. Is it going to be Cam, Kyle? Is that who's going to play? Cam Sutton? James Pierre is. Okay. Yeah, so I personally would go Cole Beasley. And this offense plays at a ridiculous rate. So
yeah, that's true. Yep.
I would go Cole Beasley. Interesting for Joe says. What was interesting? The name Julio, Mike Evans or Julio Jones. Week 1 wide receiver right now for my 12-team PPR is Godwin. Assuming I start him tonight, no question. Allen Robinson is the other wide receiver. Yes, I would go Godwin. Yeah, his name was something earlier because he asked a comment earlier. I forget what his name was though, because I remember that profile picture from earlier. So yeah. He just changed it. I forget what his name was though. Would you go Allen Robinson or Godwin, Brian?
I think it's both. It's assuming I start him tonight. Oh, Allen.
Oh
no, yeah. I mean I'd go Godwin if
is that the question
decision between the two. Yeah, I would. I mean, if that's the question, I'm going Godwin.
Yeah. P.S. I did just hear some love for the Eagles. Go Birds. Hey, yes. There's
Go Birds.
Megan.
Go Bird, Megan.
Megan
go
from
Birds.
North Virginia, I believe. She said Nova. Yeah, I think it's North Virginia. Should I accept this trade? I give Michael Thomas, Robbie Anderson, and Kareem Hunt for CH. I'm good on wide receivers, and I have Gibson and JT as my RBs. What are you doing, Ryan? You trading
I don't
away?
like Michael Thomas this year. So give Michael Turner and Kareem Hunt for CEH each. That's a lot. I mean, I probably wouldn't do it just because you're giving up a lot of solid pieces. You probably drafted like middle rounds. I like CEH, but I just feel like you're giving up a lot of depth for one guy that, all in all, really didn't produce a ton last year. Outside of, I think he started off hot, then kind of fell off. Maybe he had some injury concerns or something. But I wouldn't give up that kind of depth for one guy.
I would probably do it because I do like CH this upcoming season.
That much.
Yeah, like I view Kareem Hunt. Like, who are you starting week in and week out? Like Kareem Hunt or CEH? And then
CEH.
like Robbie Anderson or CEH. Like, I just feel like you're getting the better player in the trade, obviously. And if it depends on, I guess, who your wide receivers are. Like, I'm assuming you're fine at wide receiver too. Like, I'd probably go CEH because he should be. What?
Dude, one thing that is making me nervous though, like, or not nervous, but interesting about the Michael Thomas thing is there's been like trade speculation. If he's like actually not that hurt and like he gets traded and goes to a team that contends, like that could be
Kansas
huge.
City? They probably don't have the cap space.
Well, I saw an Eagles thing where they like mocked a trade up for Michael Thomas. For,
like, then I wouldn't be worried about that. Oh, then I definitely don't like Michael Thomas then. Go Birds. Oh, Boo Birds. J4, yes, he's the Dallas fan. And I skipped a question here. Wait, hey, what's up, guys? Yo, what's up, Lee? For wide receiver 2, CeeDee Lamb or Chris Godwin? And for flex, would you have Tyler Lockett, Kareem Hunt, Brandon Cooks, or Corey Davis? So wide receiver 2, I would go Chris Godwin. And then for flex, I would personally, I would go Tyler Lockett.
Would you go?
Well, can you go
CeeDee Lamb instead of Lockett?
Yeah, if you're able to do that, unless these are like two different leagues, I would go. So I would go Godwin as wide receiver 2, and then if it's the same league, CeeDee in the flex. But if these are two different leagues, then I would go Tyler Lockett in the flex. What would you do? Same thing?
No, I agree with that. Yeah, as long as that's how you can make it work. Yeah, Lockett's close, but I would go CeeDee Lamb over Lockett.
And we got Megan. Yes, that's me, the teacher. Yes, you said you were tired yesterday. I remember because I was like, what is Nova? Because I was thinking of like a foreign country. Yeah, I remember that.
Or Villanova. Go Wildcats.
Villanova. They're in, but that's
Philly.
PA?
No. Yeah, I was just talking about Nova. Yeah.
Welcome back, fellas. What's up, Doss? How you doing, my guy? J4 walks away. Wait, is that going to be Dallas tonight? They're just going to walk through this game and get blown out. What's up? What's your take on the Ravens situation with all the injuries? I mean, it's brutal. Who thought to begin the season Le'Veon Bell and Devontae Freeman would be relevant in fantasy football? Absolutely nobody. Tyson Williams is the guy that I definitely want, at least to start. We'll see what happens. Even if Le'Veon Bell ends up being this team's running back, like I wouldn't like it. Like I feel gross about it. We saw Le'Veon last year. He got benched for Darrell Williams at the end of the season. Didn't even play in the conference championship or in the Super Bowl, and was basically out of work. It took 3 injuries to the running back position for him to have work. So I don't feel great about Le'Veon. I'll take Tyson Williams and hope for the best. That works. CeeDee Lamb and Godwin flex. There we go. Lee. CeeDee Lamb returning punts this year adds extra value. J4, he's always thinking. Get this man a job over at CBS Sports. Needs to take that one guy's name, Jay
Glazer.
No, that one guy, the or like Berg or something's last name. I don't remember that guy's name is. Hey, look at that. We got Mike Evans who oh boy. Look at Mike Evans or Julio Jones. And for all those people in the chat that don't get it, somebody typed Julio Boner. Hey, it was a miss. It was a typo, but look at Mike. Hey, we appreciate the donation, buddy. Thank you. Mike Evans or Julio Jones. Thank you. Whoever you are out there. Do I drop Tony Pollard? Oh, wait, let me go back. I missed a couple here. So we got flex at AB or Michael Pittman Jr. AB.
Yeah.
AB. Yeah, do I take Bucks 9.5? What do you think, Ryan?
I mean, that's a lot of points, and I still think they'll cover it, but it depends on how frisky you're feeling. If you're like, I kind of want to payday a little bit and keep it at 9.5. If you want to play it safe, just to kind of like I don't know, win some money tonight and feel good going into the weekend, maybe buy yourself a drink at the bar or something, I'd alt it down to 6.5 just to cover, just in case they went by a tutty.
9.5 is a lot, but I've always thought from the beginning that this would be a 10-point game, so I'm going to take 9.5. I think it's going to be a 10-point game. Do I drop Pollard or David Johnson for a defensive player? For a defensive,
we play an IDP league.
Oh, okay. So you go ahead. You tell them.
Well, I mean, I don't know what your evaluation on us, David Johnson, but Dawson, if I know his team, he doesn't currently have a defensive player on his roster. So it's a difference of like keeping these guys on your bench or literally not starting a defensive player. And our league adopted this year, leading scorer for the week gets a certain amount of money. So it's like, I'd probably drop David Johnson for a defensive player. So you have one to start.
Yeah. And the funny thing is you have Houston coming out saying that they want to run the football. Like, come on, how are you going to run the football when you're 2 touchdowns down the first quarter? Like, that doesn't work that way. If I had to drop one, I do think that like I'm looking at the ceilings, and obviously like Tony Pollard's ceiling's much bigger than David Johnson if something were to happen to Zeke. So, I mean, what I would do right now, well, can you still, I would just make sure. No, I would drop David Johnson regardless. I would just keep Tony Pollard on my roster. Le'Veon Bell went from free agent practice squad to possibly starter in a week. It's pretty crazy. It is. It's very crazy. We got Mike Evans or Antonio Gibson super flex. Ooh, for super flex. Well, I mean, it doesn't.
You don't have another quarterback option?
Yeah, not even like. Would you play Sam Darnold over those guys?
Depending on what your scoring is, I think my one super flex league, the scoring is a little jacked QBs. But Sam Darnold, probably not over Mike Evans or Gibson for that matter.
I mean, you don't think that he could score 15 points though? Sam Darnold?
Yeah, in my league, that's a pretty bad week is 15. So I guess, I'd probably go Darnold.
Obviously, if you don't have another quarterback, me personally, I would go Mike Evans over Antonio Gibson. I like Antonio Gibson, but I like Mike Evans a lot this week. And if you do have another quarterback, I would throw them in the flex. Like, I don't care. I guess if you're getting to like Teddy Bridgewater, I'd probably start Mike Evans then. Dang, 9.5. Yeah, 9.5 is a lot.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on my Cowboys. Is too high. It is pretty high, but I think that this is going to be a 10-point game. It could be a 7-point game.
Hey, I just got the notification that Dawson added a defensive player and dropped David Johnson, so he was quick.
Hey, he was listening. Line did move to 8.5 on DK. That is a lot of points. So Dak is going to get them garbage points. Amen. Yes, he is. Colin, sad but true. It is sad, but in fantasy football, we don't care about garbage time. If it's during garbage time, if it's during regular, like a meaningful time, who cares? All we care about is them points. And he's going to get some points in garbage time. So I do like Mike Evans. He has a touchdown potential tonight. Gibson goes against Chargers defense. Yeah, which is actually a tough matchup. I just envision this. I don't know if it was this game. Is it that game? I think that might be one of the lowest scoring games of the slate. If I'm not, I'm pretty sure that's one of the lowest scoring games of the slate, isn't it?
I got you. Go to the next question. I'll come back to it.
He's going to come back to me. So Dak Prescott or Ryan Tannehill? Ryan Tannehill. We got traded my Noah Fant and Myles Gaskin. Yeah, I'll do a plug. Trade Noah Fant and Myles Gaskin for Mark Andrews. I would keep what you have. Gonzalez. I would keep those guys. Are the Ravens going to sign Ray? I don't know. Maybe at this point they might consider it. Who's cuter, Mike Evans or Chris Godwin? I'd probably go Mike Evans. He's cute. Thanks, fellas. You're welcome, Dawson. Points are points. Absolutely. Trade Noah Fant. Yes, I would stick with what you have. I would keep Noah Fant and Myles Gaskin. I like Myles Gaskin. Every year, very productive. Yes. Mike Evans is extremely consistent. He's very good. And a lot of people are sleeping on him. A lot of people think that, he's not going to be the alpha. I don't know if he's going to be the alpha. I think it's going to be him and Godwin. I think these two guys are just two really good wide receivers. I mean, their whole wide receiver core is just stupid. Start Jonnu or Gronk. Personally, I would go Gronk. I have him ranked higher currently, so I like Gronk. And if you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button. If you're not, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, you should go check out our website, www.aspire Sports Show. Over there, we have new articles every single day. We have our merch store where you could get some merch for the Aspire Sports Show to go out and show your friends, hey, look at these guys. They help me win my fantasy league every single year. Yeah, you know. And then we also have a not limited. I keep saying limited, but we have an offer over there. If you sign up for Bet US, which they have a sports book and a casino, you get a big sign up bonus that I would recommend. You go over there, you win a bet tonight, you play, you take out your money, and then you just play with house money for the rest of the season because you'll win some money listening to us. So go over there, click the link. It's going to take you to sign up, and you are able to get a sign up bonus even for the casino. So make sure you check that out. Thoughts on picking up Nyheim Hines as a free agent in PPR? I mean, he definitely should be rostered. I guess it depends on the league size. But who would you be dropping to pick him up? Because if this is a smaller league, it depends on who you're dropping.
Hey, coming back to the ones, 45. It's one of the lower unders. It's not the lowest, but it is one of the lower ones. It's the over unders for that Chargers game.
What is it? 45?
45.
Yeah, so that's what is the lowest?
43.5. I like that. 43.5 for the 42 for the Giants.
Yeah, for Denver.
Giant, it's Denver.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That might actually hit the under 42. That's going to be a brutal game.
That is going to be brutal. What was the question for that one that I asked? Oh yeah, Antonio Gibson. Yeah, so it's going to be a low scoring game. Noah Fant, he's a beast. Noah Fant it is. So with that being said, let's go ahead and real quick give our predictions. I guess what we think is going to happen tonight. Who's going to be the first touchdown scorer, Ryan?
I've been going back and forth all day between two, and I have money on both, but I honestly think it's going to be Gronk or AB.
Gronk or AB.
And you get good odds. You get good
Which
odds
one?
on both. I'm gonna go Gronk. He ended the year last year in the Super Bowl with 2 tutties. I think he starts this. I mean, he knows when to turn it on, dude. He knows when the spotlight's on him. It's the opening game of the season. Everyone's going to be watching. Everyone's hyped. The dude's going to get open and score a touchdown.
Look at J4. He wants to know if we have any Aspire shirts for sale. Yes, we do. Over at our website, that's down in the description. You can click on the aspiresportshow.com and it'll take you over to our website where we have our merch. We have everything over there. Check it out. Thank you. It's aspiresportsstore.com. There we go. Thanks for the response that gets a like and a sub. Hey, appreciate you, Ronan. Thank you. And come back anytime you need advice. We're here for you. First TD for each team. Gronk and Zeke. Ryan likes Gronk. Me personally, I'm going Rojo, and I'm going to go CeeDee Lamb for each team.
I agree with the CeeDee Lamb. You want to get deep, Blake Jarwin, if you're trying to go big, trying to win some money on opening day. Blake Jarwin's a kind of sleeper one.
One more question. Who do I flex again? Damian Harris, Ayuk, Connor, or Tyson Williams? I think last night you said Ayuk. Yes.
Tyson Williams probably changed things.
Yes, he does change things. Megan, is this PPR? Let me know if it's PPR or if this is standard. I guess if it's standard, I'm going Tyson Williams. I think I'd even probably go him PPR. I do have him ranked higher. Actually, him and Brandon Ayuk are right next to each other. Let me double check this. Where is yes. So what I would do is I would go Tyson Williams. I would go Tyson Williams. It is close between him and Brandon Ayuk, but Tyson Williams definitely has changed this for sure. I do like Brandon Ayuk. Don't get me wrong. I love Brandon Ayuk this upcoming week. He has a really favorable matchup against Jeffrey Okudah, who was terrible last year. Awful in coverage last year. And I don't know if things are going to change. So I would go, me personally, Tyson Williams. I think he's going to be a big part of this offense. If Eckler is out, should I start Justin Jackson or Mostert? I would still go Mostert. Love Mostert. I'm not. If what's his face? If Eckler does play this week, listen, I don't love the matchup for Austin Eckler this upcoming week. I really don't like him as a play, so I don't like Justin Jackson either. It's just a brutal matchup. Washington's defense could have the best defense this upcoming season.
Yeah, especially their D line. Like their D line, I don't even know if there's probably another question around the league, but their D line's probably the best in the league, if not, I mean, in discussion with some of these other teams. But their D line's disgusting. Tyson Williams.
Yeah, good Tyson. Does Ayuk's hamstring concern you at all? No, I'm pretty sure he was moved. He's upgraded to a full practice. So no, I'm not concerned. Listen, if you want to go here's the thing real quick. I'm going to say this real quick because I say it every single week. If you want to go somebody, like, go with your gut. Like, maybe I say somebody else, hey, I'm not right all the time. I wish I was right all the time, but this is football. Like, there's so many different variables, so many different things at play. So if you want to go somebody, if you want to go AB, go AB. And also one other thing is, if you want to watch the game tonight and watch one of your fantasy players play and have that to like cheer for, do it. Like, remember, fantasy football is, we play it for fun. Yes, we play it to try to win and try to win money, but at the end of the day, you play it for fun. So if you want to start somebody that's playing tonight just because you want to watch them, go for it. Do it. Do it, my guy. I do that stuff all the time. I'm like, I'm pretty close. I'm like, man, but this guy's going to play on Monday night. I want to watch the game. I'm going to play.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw him in there. It may not be the better play, but I'm going to do it. Washington's weakest link is at quarterback. Hey, I agree with that. Right? Everybody loves Ryan Fitzpatrick, but he is, 39 years old. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'll get caught up. I have Eckler at running back and Ronald Jones. What?
I was just going to say, but he's better than anything they even remotely threw out there last year.
Yes, this is true. I have Eckler as my running back and Ronald Jones as my backup. Do I put Ronald Jones as my RB, move Eckler to the flex over Shenault and wait, see if he plays? Yeah, I would do that 100%. Because I love Ronald Jones tonight anyway. So I would do that just to make sure that, yeah, your running back spot isn't taken and you're already without Ronald, like you can't play him because you're already playing, or Ronald Jones already played. So I would do that. This team, deeper than my Cowboys, their team. Oh, you're saying who? The Washington football team? Their team is so good. Imagine if they had Aaron Rodgers, like that would be a Super Bowl contender, 100%. Yeah. The team has everything but a quarterback. And their linebacker core probably could get a little bit better. But other than that, they really have everything else. In order to win my fantasy league, you must take gambles here and there. Exactly. You're always looking for ceiling plays. Really, ceiling plays are going to win your leagues. With a little bit of floor plays, you need those consistent guys. Is it that Dallas Cowboys one? Yeah, with like the ships coming. Yeah, no, that picture's really sweet. I think Pro Football Focus did a really good job with that. Throw that up on the screen real quick. Hey, everybody, look at this picture real quick. This is a sick picture that Pro Football Focus did. I think it's honestly really sweet. You guys probably already saw it, but yeah, that picture is honestly that's really awesome. I love that picture. Yeah, look at that's awesome. The ships with the smoke and everything, the fire coming out. That's so cool. That's really good looking.
Yeah,
They
made that.
They did a really good job.
Yeah.
Well, now that you said about Eckler, I have him with Jackson on my bench. If I play Chubb and Williams, then do I play Ayuk in my flex or keep Damian Harris? I would play Ayuk in your flex. James, heavy rain or in the forecast. I already got Rojo and Bucks. Thanks for the advice. Some people do forget fantasy football is about having fun. Exactly. Wait, he was saying that it's almost game time, and I think it's going to be heavy, or it's going to be run heavy due to rain. Oh, it's going to rain tonight? I didn't know that.
I didn't catch that part. Yeah.
Let's see.
Usually we're on top of that. I didn't see that.
We're going to check the forecast real quick. Let's check the forecast. Ryan, why don't you go ahead and read some of these questions?
Yeah. So, Megan,
you guys said
Megan, I'm sorry.
Rain. Let's go tune into Ollie. Let's get the weather report, guys. All right. Thanks, Ollie.
Megan from Delco. So, yeah, if I play Chubb and Williams, then do I play Ayuk in my flex or keep Damian Harris?
Ayuk.
Yeah, I feel that. Megan, I'm sorry your draft didn't go as well as you thought.
I think that's pretty good. You got Ayuk, you got Chubb. It's decent. All right, thanks. Thanks you, Tyler. I'll take it, Ryan. I'll take it,
Gotcha.
Ryan. Ryan. No, I'm just kidding. Ryan's our betting expert. Fitzmagic. I need that picture. Where can I find it? Pro Football Focus
Already
tweeted it
linked it.
out. Yeah. Oh, he already linked it. There we go. Great pick. It is a great pick. Pick 2 we got from Dawes. Ronald Jones, Jonathan Taylor, Chase Edmonds, DeAndre Swift. I'll ask Ryan over here. Who you going, Ryan?
I'm gonna go Ronald Jones. I've started to believe Tyler so much on Ronald Jones tonight because he keeps saying it, and then obviously the rating adds a certain factor to it if that does come to be true. So I'm gonna go Ronald Jones and Jonathan Taylor.
So I have DeAndre Swift one spot ahead of Ronald Jones. So I guess I'll be different from Ryan and say DeAndre Swift and Jonathan Taylor, but it is really close between Jonathan Taylor and Ronald Jones. Love them. Thank you, Clutch. Yes, you're welcome. Should I trade CMC for Tyree Kill and Gibson? Absolutely, I would do that.
Yeah, that's if that's sitting in your inbox right now, just go pound that.
You better go. You better run and hit accept. That's a beautiful trade. I would take that. If it's raining, that changes the game dramatically. Give Dallas a better chance for a closer game, or maybe that's going to force Ronald Jones to have an amazing game and run the ball down the throat of the Dallas defense. But honestly, we'll see what happens. And Chenault. Oh, you get Chenault in that trade too. I mean, Chenault it doesn't even matter for me. I would take it just for CMC, Tyreek Hill, and Gibson. I would do that trade. Yeah. Swift, Galladay, or Jacoby Myers in my PPR. I would go Swift.
Yeah.
Where you going? Swift?
Yeah.
Snowing in Florida. It's snowing. Oh, no. Yes. And thank you so much, guys. You are awesome. Appreciate all the help. Going to crack open a beer and get ready to watch some football. Cheers. Thank you, Megan, for
that's a true Birds fan right there. Go Birds, Megan.
Go Birds. Thank you, guys. Hey, you're welcome. Lee, what do you think about Deontay Johnson this year? Well, I'm a Steelers fan, so I'm a little bit of a homer, but Deontay Johnson really ended the season really well. He should lead this team in targets. He'll be Ben's favorite guy, and he's one of the better route runners in the NFL already in his young career. So I love Deontay Johnson. The CMC going to get you almost 30 a game guaranteed. Yeah, but I do think that like Gibson and Tyreek Hill probably get you more than 30 a game, though. I would say. Like what did?
Yeah, I did that. I guess I don't even know if it depends on the outlook of your roster, but that's solid. Unless it's, I guess no. Yeah, I was gonna say even if it's full PPR, like I don't know. Those are two RB. That's an RB1 and a wide receiver.
Yeah, I get that you're giving up
an RB1.
You're giving up like arguably the best running back who could finish as RB1 this upcoming season, but you're also getting a guy in Antonio Gibson that can easily be an RB1, and arguably a guy in Tyreek Hill that could finish as wide receiver 1, and wide receiver 1 last year finished with 300 points. So if you're looking at it like Tyreek Hill could score 300 points this upcoming season, do we think that CMC is going to have a 400-point season? Probably not. Like if he's going to be RB1 again, it's probably going to be around 350. So you take that into consideration. If Tyreek Hill, I definitely think like safely could score 280 points, and then you're looking at a guy in Antonio Gibson. Last year, I believe he scored like 200 plus. I feel like it was around 215. And this upcoming season should be a better season. So like 230 points. Like I definitely think I would do that trade in a heartbeat personally.
And let's not forget he's coming off an injury like that. I mean, that has to play a part into it too. The dude's coming off
CMC.
the season-ending injury. Yeah, like there's re-injury risk there to some extent.
What I would say about CMC, one of the biggest knocks on him though is that his body was maxed out, and he actually like was hurt a decent amount in college. Well, not a decent amount, but he had some injuries in college, and he was kind of a smaller back. And one of the biggest knocks on him coming out was, can he withhold a big NFL workload? And he absolutely got worked that one year. He had 400 fantasy points. Like he was maxed out. So I don't know. It's whatever you want. Like I see both sides easily. Let's see here. So we got what's the next one? It's almost game time, ladies and gents. Football is back. Hell yeah, football's back. I can't wait to watch the Steelers though dominate the Bills this weekend. Hey, Lamar Jackson, Justin Jefferson, Robert Woods, Mike Davis, Noah Fant, and Hollywood Brown is my team. 12 PPR
And CMC.
and CMC.
Obviously, he said that. Yeah,
I do
definitely
like
take that trade. Like,
yeah, because then you're looking at CMC, or you're looking at who's your other? So is your other running back Mike Davis?
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you'll be able to just throw like those 3 wide receivers, throw one of them in the flex, and then you just have Mike Davis and then like Antonio Gibson. I feel good about that. Thanks
and
for
you
the
don't have to
start.
start Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, then although I do like him this week. This is the one week that I think I would feel comfortable playing Hollywood Brown. After this, though, I don't know. But this week I feel like he'll have a decent week. Thanks for the start and sit advice. You're no problem. DMH, you're welcome. Glad I found you guys this summer. I'm glad you gave us the chance. Thank you. Should I drop Zach Moss for Tyson Williams? Me personally, yes, I would.
Yes.
I'm not
you
a
should
fan
have already
of
done
Zach
that.
Moss. This team, Buffalo, has no interest in running the football. They don't want to run the football. They want to throw the ball 60 times a game. Thoughts on Latavius Murray ending up with ball? Well, they did sign Devontae Freeman, so I don't think it's likely. But they could certainly add more depth there if they want. But the problem is, one of the beat reporters said, I forget who it was, said that they're already maxed out on the veterans that they can have on the practice squad. So now that they also added Devontae Freeman, and they have, now it's obviously they're going to be able to bring these guys up during game time because they don't have Gus Edwards anymore. So, but they could sign Latavius, but we'll see where he goes. Parlay for the people. What do you think, Bry? Real quick, let me
have it ready.
Then would you take Deontay Johnson over CeeDee, Lamb, Godwin, or Lockett? Like, are you asking me start? I'd rather have all those guys starting over him, but for this week, just this week. But in like season long, I would even probably take them over him in season long. Don't get me wrong though. I think that Deontay is great, but those are really good wide receivers.
Yeah, really good options. Yeah.
Higgins, Swift, or Edmonds in the flex. I believe I currently have Swift ranked the highest, but T. Higgins is right there.
I'm gonna go Higgins. I like Higgins. Yeah.
I have T. Higgins. Yeah, so that's really close. It's a couple spot difference, but I currently have Swift ranked the highest. One thing we have to factor in, COVID can change. Yes, that is true. This season will be crazy and unpredictable. That is true 100%. And that's why I'd rather have depth this upcoming season, like last year. Like, you need depth for these unpredictable COVID outbreaks that can change week to week, can keep guys out, could also put a guy in a bye week situation. Thank you. No problem, Will. You're welcome. Should I start Hurts or Hunt or Tyson Williams this week? For me, Tyson Williams. Would you agree with that, Ryan?
Yeah.
There have been some whispers of the Ravens possibly trading for Mark Ingram. Oh, gosh. I hope they don't do that. Then you got, that team would have been great 4 years ago.
Imagine that running back room: Mark Ingram, Le'Veon Bell, and Devontae.
That would be disgusting. If I'm Baltimore, I'm pretty upset that I didn't try to trade for a guy like Royce Freeman, who is pretty easy to project as a Cam cut. I probably would have tried to trade for him, but hey, you can't predict that you're going to have 3 of your top 4 running backs go out for the season. That's unfortunate. Should I start Dak or Hurts this upcoming week? Oh, Derek, real quick. Gus or wait, is he joking? He said
we went
Gus.
over this with him. Gus is out.
Oh, hey, yeah. He's definitely joking. Should I start Dak or Hurts in flex? Hurts, or not flex, just this week. It hurts, right? You said Hurts already.
Yeah.
Noah Fant or Logan Thomas this upcoming week. I have Logan Thomas. What do you have?
Agreed. Yep.
Legion of Room. Yeah, that. Are you saying that running back room with those chairs, with their wheelchairs? Yeah, they're definitely going for him. All right. Gus Edwards may be out for season, Derek. Yeah, I think he was just kidding, J4. I'm pretty sure he was just kidding. At least I hope he was. No, he definitely was. All right, Ryan, go ahead. What's the parlay for the people? Let's hear it. And why don't you tell everybody what the parlay
today.
Why don't you tell them what it is?
We're riding Tyler's tail. This is right here. Yeah, so the parlay for the people, same game parlays, which last year when we did this, it was only available on FanDuel. It has since extended to DraftKings also offers it. Those are the 2 main ones we use. I don't think BetUS, I don't think they have same game parlays. So we're basing it on the same game parlay. So we do usually at least 3 legs. Sometimes I have a fourth I have in here tonight. So it's just the same game parlay that we do every single one of these primetime shows. So we'll get one Thursday night for the Thursday night game, Monday night game. I don't think I'll toss one together for the Sunday because there's just so much going on. But maybe if you get lucky, I'll have one for you. But yeah, so tonight it's just based on a couple different prop bets for a single game. It juices the odds a lot, so you need a couple different things to hit. But when they hit, you make a lot of money. So the first leg of it is we're riding Tyler's tail. It's Ronald Jones to have 50-plus rushing yards. This looks especially good if rain's into the forecast. They need to put the ball on the ground. I have the second leg is Antonio Brown as an anytime touchdown scorer. Like I said, I've been saying it all day. I like Antonio Brown this season. I like him tonight. Especially, like I said, if the rain's in the forecast and they got to do the short type passes, I like him as compared to some of the other guys. The Bucs to have an alternate spread. I did this a couple days ago, so the odds when this is done might be slightly different, but I altered it down to 6.5. So the Buccaneers to cover -6.5 in the game, so they win by a touchdown or more, and then CeeDee Lamb to have over 61.5 receiving yards. So the total payout on that, I put 25 on it because on both FanDuel and DraftKings, if you guys are able to bet, there's risk-free same-game parlays tonight on both of them. So the payout for this one on FanDuel, I got it at $25 to win $260. And we'll let you know if it hits.
Did you put that? Can you put that in the chat, Kyle? Thanks, brother. My starting wide receivers are Lockett, Ridley, and Higgins in the flex. I got Swift on my bench. Should I change anything? Would you change anything, Ryan?
I was switching back to the screen. I missed it, so you can take that one.
Okay, so only thing that I would consider switching is Higgins and Swift. But if you want to stay with Higgins, go for it. I think there's a couple spots of a difference between these two guys. So personally, I like Swift, but totally up to you. Smash that like button. Yes, if you haven't already, smash that like button, hit subscribe. Really appreciate you. The Ravens are snake bitten. Yes, they are. Really unfortunate for this team. I mean, I'm a Steelers fan and I don't like the Ravens, but I do feel bad that J.K. Dobbins, I was a big fan of J.K. Dobbins, even Gus Edwards. So it's really unfortunate for the team. I've also got Keenan Allen and Robbie Anderson on my bench. Who's that van? Ooh, I mean, those are some good wide receivers. My gosh, how did you get those wide receivers? Those are some stacked wide receivers. I guess that's not too bad. Like you could definitely get all those guys. But those are really good wide receivers. I would keep it as is, Van, personally. Unless the only guy that I would switch, I guess technically Keenan Allen is the highest out of T. Higgins. And I would probably I would start Keenan Allen in the flex personally. But it's up to you. Whatever you want to do. If you feel good about T. Higgins, who he should have a solid week this upcoming week, just keep it. Should I start Jerry Judy, Devontae Smith, Myers, or Mike Williams? So currently I have Jerry Judy ranked the highest, but it is really close. Let me see where I have him, and I actually have him one spot ahead. So I have Jerry Judy 31, Devontae Smith 32. So I guess I would go Jerry Judy, but it's really close between him and Devontae Smith. Who would you go, Ryan?
No, I mean, I agree. I mean, Judy, I think will have a really good season. Obviously, I like Devontae Smith as well. This is going to if one of them falls in the end zone, I think that's going to be the difference between the two of them. So, I mean, I don't think you can really go wrong if that's who you're deciding in your last spot.
Agreed. And thank you, Chris, for being a part of the show. Next, we have Michael Ryan. Oh, look at that. William Lee. Thank you. New subscriber. Hey, William, thank you for the $5. We appreciate you, and thank you for subscribing to the channel. We post new content every single day that will help you win your fantasy leagues, and also you can ask at any time. If you follow us over at Twitter at @AspireSports_, we answer any questions you have. So going to the next question, Michael, we have choose 2 full-point PPR. We have Henderson, Hunt, Ronald Jones. So who would you go, Ryan, if you had to pick?
Oh, boy. I think my choose 2 here, I think I'll go Henderson and Ronald Jones. Leaving out Kareem Hunt. So for me, I would go Ronald Jones and Hunt because I talked about this a little bit in my video, my running back video, that I think when I'm trying to think of like how this game's going to go, I think there's 2 ways for this game for Cleveland. Like A, they're probably going to blow out Cleveland early, and then they're going to have to really throw the football. Or B, Cleveland's able to stick with them and really control the game with the run game. And regardless of whatever
situation happens scenario, I envision Kareem Hunt being a big part of the offense. Start Mostert and flex or Judy. Personally, I would go Mostert over Jerry Judy. And that's in a different league. Thanks for the advice. First time doing fantasy. Hey, you're welcome, Chris. If you ever need anything else, don't be afraid to ask. Mostert, bro, and Shanahan's offense, dude loves running the ball. This is true. He does love running the ball. And especially against Detroit, who Detroit last year gave up the most points to the running back position. So I would go Raheem Mostert. And I believe as the line moved, it probably has moved on that game, but I think last I saw was like 7.5. So
What are you looking for?
The line for the
Lions.
Yeah, the Lions game, San Francisco. Last I saw, it was 7.5. It could have moved though.
8.
8 now. It's at 8. It's at 8. So they should run the ball a decent amount in this game being up. So if you have any questions, we're getting pretty close to kickoff. What time is kickoff? Like 8:30, I'm assuming, 8:25.
I think they say 8:15, but yeah, I probably won't.
8:15. Okay. So we'll go until 8:20 unless they're actually doing like the game at 8:15. Then we'll cut it off. So we have about 10 more minutes here, or 14 more minutes is what we got. Debo or Jerry Judy? I would go Jerry Judy. Who are you going?
Yep, I agree.
Yes. Thank you, Chris, for subscribing. And like I said, we have about 14 minutes left. So any last minute start and sits that you want to get in, go ahead and ask. If there's any other kind of questions that you want to ask, please feel free to ask them. And yes, actually, you know what? I can create a poll. And I'm going to create a poll right now. I'm going to see how this goes.
You want me to read that off to you? I can read
What is it?
Question just came through. Standard score, I need one running back and a flex. Damian Harris, Gaskin, Mike Davis, Higgins, Chenault.
Let me see here what my running back rankings are.
I like Higgins. I feel like I would get Higgins in the flex. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was looking at the running backs. Yeah, I would go Higgins. Yes.
We need a running back. Need one running back in a flex. So your running back needs to be Harris, Gaskin, Davis.
I would go this is standard, they said, right? I would go Damian
standard
Harris.
scoring.
I would go Damian
Cooper
Harris.
or AB?
Cooper. Wait, no, let me double check that. I was thinking of Cooper Kupp. Amari Cooper. I do believe I have Amari Cooper still ranked higher. Yeah, Amari Cooper. Personally. Who will you go?
That one's close because I've been all over AB all day today.
Let's see what the chat thinks. All right, guys, I'm putting up a poll. Let's see you guys. Oh, shoot, you can't add. Okay, never mind. Okay, actually, I'll ask this. Does EB score? Then, who was it? Cooper? Yeah. All right, Cooper. There we go. Let's see what the fantasy football chat thinks. The community here. Everybody vote on what you think. There's a poll. There we go. Hey, look at that. We got some polls here. I got Robert Woods, AB, and Montgomery on my bench. Cooper and flex. Anything that I should change? What do you think, Ryan? Anything he should change?
I was sending the parlay to the people because Derek had asked to post it on Twitter, so I missed the question.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't change anything. The only thing that I would change probably though is Amari Cooper over David Montgomery. But if you like David Montgomery more, then keep it
on Discord.
That's Woods, AB, and Dave. Yeah, I would. So what I would do is I would take David Montgomery out. I really don't like him this upcoming week against a very stingy Rams defense, and I would personally go Cooper. But it's up to you. NBC has a million sideline reporters. They do. But that's what happens when you're NBC. This is the best, in my opinion, it's the best network for football. Would you agree with that? Who's your favorite to watch?
I don't know. I like certain people from certain things. Like I love Louis Riddick. Like Louis Riddick's my dude, and obviously he's an ESPN guy. So I think it just depends. But I think NBC does really good.
I think Kevin Harlan's the best sports broadcaster.
It's just hard to go away from Al Michaels, though.
Yeah.
And it's also since Tony Romo, there's been a trend of wanting more like ex-players like him. So I think you'll start to see that too moving forward, which is good for the game because he helps explain it to people who don't really understand it as much. He's so good at it.
Do you think Stafford
Not as good as
and
Jason
Najee?
Witten.
Yeah, he was really good. He was bad. Do you think Stafford and Najee are a fair trade for Kittle or Waller?
Hold on to Najee. To side with Najee, hold on to him. That's you.
I would want the Najee side personally. I would keep the Najee side. I mean, it would be Najee. I would do straight up Najee and Kittle. Like, I would rather have the Najee side personally. NBC best indeed. I agree with that. I like Al Michaels and Chris Collinworth. He gets a lot of hate, but I don't mind him. He does a good job. He's not somebody that I don't like the Monday. Well, Louis Riddick is on Monday Night Football, right? Their old
I think
bad,
it was,
though.
yeah.
And they had
Booger.
Yeah, Booger and Jason Witten. He was bad, man. There's been some bad people. Jason Witten was pretty bad, though, honestly. Julio Jones or Tyson Williams for my flex. I would personally go Julio Jones. Absolutely love Julio Jones. Pitts or Tunyon. I would go Pitts. You're starting Pitts every single week of the season. Don't get it confused.
And Tunyon was so touchdown dependent last year, dude. Those numbers have to come down.
It is confirmed by Adam Schefter. Tests confirmed that Ravens running back Gus Edwards suffered a season-ending torn ACL in today's practice. It is official.
That's sad. Gus Edwards officially out for season with the torn ACL. Yep. Ravens blew his ACL. Yep. Yeah, this is really unfortunate. I mean, to have 3 running backs suffer 3 major injuries like that before the season even starts, I don't know if I've ever heard that before. That is so bad.
That's brutal.
That is absolutely brutal, especially for, I like Gus Edwards and I love J.K. Dobbins. So man, that's brutal. Oh man, forgot to ask about my other league. Oh, what's up, Megan? How you doing again? We got 18.
Well, the worst part about it for Ravens fans is that is what their offense is based off of, is the run.
Yeah, running the ball.
So they're done.
Yeah. Well, you still got the best running back in the NFL, Amari. So we got forgot to ask about my other league, 18 PPR, 2 wide receivers to start. We have Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen, Deontay Johnson, Jerry Judy, and Corey Davis. So we got to start 2 of them. That's tough. I believe currently I have Keenan Allen and actually Deontay Johnson as my highest 2 right now. Let me double check though. Where's Deontay? Oh no, Deontay's 1 spot behind Amari Cooper. So it's really a toss-up for me between Keenan Allen and either Amari Cooper or Deontay Johnson. I guess since I have Amari Cooper ranked higher, I would go Amari Cooper, but it's really a toss-up between those 2. Who would you go, Ryan?
No, I agree. It's really between the first 3 that you mentioned. I don't think Judy or Davis are close to the top 3, at least this week. But I would probably agree with you, Cooper and Keenan Allen before Deontay Johnson.
And we have Shadow Wolf. He was here last night. What's up, Shadow Wolf? Flex. We have Darrell Henderson, Deontay also. Johnson. Yeah, Marcus Peters tore his ACL too.
That's confirmed too for him. Yeah.
That's brutal too.
It was back-to-back plays in practice.
Yeah, that's what I read. Yeah.
That is, they ended practice right after it, didn't they?
Yeah.
We're done. I swear I'm done after this. Trying to procrastinate doing some work before the game. Hey, yeah, I feel you. Work. Yeah, why not talk fantasy? You got to talk fantasy. Everybody loves talking football in general.
Shadow, did you answer the Darrell? Yeah. All right, there you
go. Darrell Henderson and Deontay Johnson. I'm pretty sure I have Deontay Johnson a couple spots ahead of Darrell Henderson now. No. I take that back. Wait, let me double check. Okay, no, they're right next to each other as well. These 2 guys are. I do have Darrell Henderson ahead of Deontay Johnson, so I would go Darrell Henderson, but it's really close.
Is it PPR or half PPR standard? I don't know if we got.
I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Does that play into it?
Yeah. Shadow Wolf, is that PPR or standard? We have Van Thomas. We have Cortland Sutton, Marvin Jones, Brandon Cooks on my bench, Godwin at flex, and AJ Brown starter. Change anything?
I'm not changing anything now.
No, I would keep it as is.
Yeah.
We have 10-team PPR. I have CMC, Swift, Melvin Gordon, Chase Edmonds, and Michael Carter. Should I drop Carter and get Jamal Williams for safety. No, I wouldn't. I'm not a fan of dropping. I'm not a fan of having two running backs on the same team on your roster, unless it's like Kareem Hunt. Even at that point, I really want Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. I feel like you're being safe. So I guess if you want to be safe, like that's safe. But I'd rather take the upside of Michael Carter. He's a rookie, and if he ends up having this backfield to himself, I see a lot more value there for him than Jamal Williams. And Jamal Williams is half the player that Deandre Swift is. So even if he was a full-time running back, like he'd be okay. He would just be a guy that you would start because of volume, not because he's really good. Right now I have Deontay in my flex and going to keep him there. Thanks again. You're welcome, Megan. Good luck. Good luck. And I love Deontay, so go Deontay. Thanks. Half PPR. So would that change for you? What was it? Darrell Henderson or Deontay Johnson? Ryan.
I'd probably go Deontay. Yeah.
Yeah. Like for me, I said it's really close for me. I would give the slight edge to Darrell Henderson. But totally up to you. Once again, like when it's really close like this, it's just, I would say go with your gut. I do have Darrell Henderson a little bit higher, but it's really close. Keep Lance on bench, says Van Thomas. Yes, I would for now. I would keep Lance on bench. I guess it depends on, do you have three quarterbacks? Like hopefully you just have two quarterbacks. But I would keep Lance on bench for a little bit. I think there's a lot of upside there. Thanks guys. Enjoy the game. You all, thank you guys. All of you enjoy the game. Yes, all of you enjoy the game. And real quick, before we go ahead and sign off, we got a couple more minutes. So last sit and start sit questions that you got, go ahead and ask them real quick. Couple plugs. First plug, check out our website, www.aspiresportsshow, where we have .com, where we have our merch over there. We have a offer to sign up for Bet USA or US, where if you sign up, you get a lofty 140%. Isn't 140%? I don't have it up right now. 125%.
125, yeah.
125 bonus, sign up bonus. So yes, if you want to sign up, play with some free cash after you win this week, go ahead and do that. The code is over there at our website. Also, we have articles that you can check out every single day over there as well. It's a pretty cool website. And obviously, like I said, we have merch. So we have a couple more questions. We have Eckler or Gibson starter. I would go Gibson. Gibson or Montgomery? Gibson. Last one, Matt Ryan or Matthew Stafford? Matthew Stafford. Would you agree with or disagree with any of those, Ryan?
No. I mean, the questions from Van, though, those are questions. If you come back Sunday, we'll have a much better, I don't know if it'll change much, but we'll have a much better understanding of the situation than we do now. And you don't have to make either of those decisions tonight.
Also, be prepared to watch a Aspire Sports exclusive video, breaking news video on, guess what? Latavius Murray probably going to sign with the Ravens too.
Is he really? My
Probably.
gosh.
I mean, why wouldn't they at this point? I would if I were the Ravens.
Well, I mean, they'd signed Devontae Freeman, so
yeah,
I don't know.
And Le'Veon Bell. They're pretty desperate, clearly.
I thought for sure they'd sign Latavius Murray, honestly. But it makes sense because Devontae Freeman did work out for them, so that makes sense. Russell Wilson going to cook versus the Colts. I don't think he starts off hot, so I think he has that going from. But this is a tough matchup. But I do think that me personally, I think he's a really good, especially in DFS, like a contrarian play because I don't expect his ownership to really be that high. So I do think in like a DFS, he's pretty solid. I also do have him ranked, I believe, as like quarterback 8 or 9 this upcoming week. I don't have my quarterback rankings up here, but I do think he's going to have a decent week. Eckler questionable. If he's out, start Gibson or Montgomery. I would start Gibson. Agree? Right, Rye?
Yeah.
AB or T. Higgins? Yeah. T. Higgins.
Yep. Even though I do love AB, but I love T. Higgins more.
See you Sunday. Yes, see you guys Sunday. AB or T. Higgins? AB or T. Higgins? AB or T. Higgins? T. Higgins. Rate my team 1 through 10. Be truthful. Josh Allen, Aaron Jones, Ronald Jones, Devontae Adams, Julio Jones. Man, a lot of Joneses. It's keeping up with the Joneses. TJ Hawkinson, Najee Harris. That team's really solid.
Yeah. I was like,
would give that-
until I saw Najee Harris in the flex. I was like, yeah, that's.
I would probably give that team like a solid. Honestly, that's a really solid team. Even if you have Ronald Jones in the flex, I don't mind that. I would give it like a B plus, an A minus.
I was going to say B plus.
Thanks, you guys. Yeah, no problem. So 8:20, we're gonna go ahead and sign off. So I want to say thank you, everybody that tuned in tonight. Appreciate all of your love and support. It's been great to be back. We will be back Sunday. Also, there will be new videos coming out. So make sure you keep your eye on. Make sure you hit that bell notification. And make sure you check out AspireSportsShow.com where we have a bunch of stuff over there for you guys. So thank you all, and let's get to football, baby. Have a great night, people. See ya. Bye.